So Zora has been one of the best performing altcoins in the month of October. It is up 100% since the start of the month. And Zora is one of the biggest projects on the Base network. And of course, Base is owned by Coinbase. And recently, Coinbase has made a major marketing push by acquiring the up-only NFT for Cobie for $25 million. And this entitles 8 episodes of the Up-Only podcast, which had almost 100,000 listeners at the peak of the last bull cycle. So it's clear to me right now that Coinbase is making a huge marketing push before they really try and push the Base app to the mainstream. And Zora is one of the main projects on the Base application. So in this video, we'll be going over whether or not it's a good time to buy Zora. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Empire. My name is Connor. So Zora is currently trading for 9.5 cents with a market cap of $430 million. Now the last time I covered Zora was back in July 30th of 2025. And at that time, Zora was trading for around 7 cents. However, my analysis in that video was to wait for the price to come down to around 6 cents. And if we look at what actually happened over here, after I posted that video on the 30th of July, in early August, just a few days later, the price came down just below the 6 cent level I gave, and then it exploded by 184%. Guys, this is why you have to be subscribed to Crypto Empire so you don't miss any important updates or trade ideas I share here on the channel with these top altcoins. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on all the notifications. But right now, let's actually talk about the fundamentals of Zora and what this project actually is in case you are not aware. So Zora is a creator capital markets coin. It's essentially a social media application that allows people to monetize their posts. It looks exactly like Instagram. The developers essentially cloned Instagram. And after you make your profile, you have the option to make yourself a creator coin on the Zora profile. And then after that, people can buy your creator coin. And this will have its own market cap. It's its own token on the Base network. And if you have a popular profile on Zora, you make money from the transaction fees. And you can also, of course, own your own coin, which will accrue in value as well. So this is the application. You can see the QR code. They want people to sign up to it. And if you want to sign up to it, you can get started, start posting. And if people start buying your creator token, well, you can make some money off of fees. And you can even buy your own token in case you are bullish on yourself if you did want to do that. But it's a pretty basic application. And again, this is one of the main applications on the Base app. And right now, the Base app is still waitlist only, but they're starting to push out more codes for people to join and try the Base application. Now guys, like I said in the intro to the video, Coinbase just made a huge acquisition for the Up-Only NFT. And as you can see, this NFT is essentially, it's for one season of Up-Only TV, and it's by Cobie. Cobie is one of the OG crypto influencers from way back in the early days of crypto Twitter, right? Been around for over 10 years. And long story short, Cobie has had a podcast in the past called Up-Only. And like I said, it's peaked out at like 100K listeners at the peak of the 2021 bull run. All right, so a very popular crypto podcast, and Coinbase bought this NFT, which is valid for one season or 8 episodes. So this is huge news, and this just happened the other day. Also, Coinbase has acquired Cobie's company, which is Echo. Echo is a leading on-chain capital raising platform. It's where people can get access to pre-sales, basically. So they acquired Echo for $375 million. They acquired the Up-Only NFT for $25 million. Basically $400 million total for this acquisition for Cobie. And this is big stuff because right now the face of Base is this guy, Jesse Pollock. And Jesse is really like not in tune with the people, right? If you go look at what people say about this guy on X or Twitter, he's not necessarily a fan favorite, and this for obvious reasons. He's pretty disingenuous. He looks like a corporate shill. When he talks, it's very off-putting, right? So basically, Base needs and Coinbase needs a face or a figurehead to lead the charge here. And in my opinion, that's why they are buying up Cobie's NFT and buying his platform as well, because Cobie is very relatable to the people, kind of the opposite of Jesse. Jesse, if you're watching this, the truth hurts, brother. That's just how it is. Maybe you will listen to the feedback and change how you go ahead and communicate. But at the current moment in time, you really, the connection is not there with the people. Anyways, if we go look at what Jesse is up to, right? So on the Base app, every post, you can make it into a coin. So he's just like posting random tickers now. And these things have market caps of like $21,000. He also shared this other one called Domino's, has a market cap of like 94K. So I mean, this guy's just going nuts creating these creator coins. And anyways, all kind of tied into Zora and creator capital markets, things like that, right? So anyways, Zora, big project on Base. Let's talk about the price chart right now, lads. This is what most people want to hear. Most people are interested if whether or not they should be buying Zora currently at 9.7, basically 10 cents. So it's important to understand the market right now is on kind of shaky ground, right? Bitcoin still above 100K, 108K, ETH holding $3,800. However, it is largely possible that we do dip into November, right? Maybe we do push up more, but altcoins have been extremely weak, unable to catch a bid. Every pump that has happened has just been sold off into. So there really has been no signs of strength. So with that being said, again, I am somewhat cautious heading into November in case we do see some fresh demand levels hit on the majors, which would of course propel a lot of altcoins like Zora to lower prices. So with that being said, what needs to happen here on Zora if this thing is going to push up higher? Well, there's a huge supply zone up here at 11 to 12 cents, okay? And the wick high of this supply zone is up here at 12.7 cents outlined here, right? This is a previous swing high. So it's very imperative that Zora, if it's going to push higher, it needs to close above this level at 12.7 cents, okay? If not, all of this selling in the supply zone, all of these large wicks up, it's likely going to lead to the sellers having control and seeing some lower prices on Zora. So again, the bull case here, the bull case for Zora, is it continues to hold support over here at around 8 cents, right, in this one-day demand zone. And it actually pushes up and closes above 12.7 cents. Okay, that's the bull case. And it will not go higher whatsoever if it does not have a daily candle close above 12.7. So now the bear case, which I am biased to right now, I do think you'll be able to buy this thing at lower prices, more likely than not in November. So the bear case is essentially this supply zone continues to hold up at 11 to 11.5 cents. As you can see, a lot of selling is taking place here. There's a lot of long wicks up into this level. Buyers unable to hold price above 11 cents at all. So anyways, I am essentially looking for price to go ahead and lose this one-day demand zone and likely come back and revisit the opening price for the month of October. Guys, remember, most altcoins right now are well below their monthly open prices. Zora is well above its monthly open price, again, by 100%. All right, so this thing has been very, very strong in the month of October. However, that can change very quickly. People have the memory of a goldfish in crypto. They forget how fast things can change. Now, make no mistake, I don't want to be a permanently bearish person right now, but I'm just understanding the larger context at play, and I'm looking at the market with an analytical and objective point of view and understanding that things can change very quickly here. And it wouldn't be shocking at all to see a 50% correction on Zora back to just below 5 cents, the monthly open. And yeah, this is very, very likely possible, okay? So this is a level of demand that has held up in the past down here, just below 5 cents. Again, be looking at around 4.8 cents. Now, as long as Zora doesn't close below this swing low at 3.9 cents, market structure is still intact. What I think might be happening here is this is just one big, large range at play, okay? So if it does push up into the range high, it needs to close above the swing high at 12.7. If it puts in a bearish swing failure pattern, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see it come and revisit the range low, build up some support, and then actually make a push to break into new all-time highs. It likely will line up with the time of broader altcoin bullishness. Maybe it lines up with the base token launch, things like that. But as of right now, what I see on Zora is one big range. All right, so the range high up here near 13 cents, range low down here at like 4 cents. If you want to be a buyer, it's probably better to wait for price to come down near the range lows, okay? So that's just what I'm seeing. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? Are you buying Zora up here at 9.5 cents, right, near in this supply zone with all of these long wicks into the supply, or are you being patient and waiting for a better price to come? Drop your comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking about this chart. So in this video, we talked about Zora on Base. We took a look at the fundamentals of the project, what it is, why it's super hyped up right now, and what Coinbase is actually doing to drive users to the base chain at the current moment in time. Then we looked at the price chart and I went over my analysis on Zora. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button down below. And if you're new here, go ahead right now and smash the subscribe button and turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Also, be sure to follow me on X at CSellCrypto. But that is all from me today. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.